Hey YouTube, just out for an evening walk. I'm down in Jersey Village over Mother's Day weekend and enjoying a pretty sunset, and thought I'd get out and put a little bit of distance on these Dr. Scholl's leather shoes I got here. Something I discovered about these shoes, which I was not expecting, is they do take the wear off of your feet, but they put a lot of stress on your knees walking on pavement with them. So I'm just going to take a quick 1.5 mile walk on them, I guess, and head on back to the homestead. I haven't also precluded the possibility that I'm out of shape, which I know I am. But just too nice a day to sit in the house, so taking a quick walk down this way. We're out here in Jersey Village, which is actually a much nicer part of Houston than a lot of other places I've walked. So just enjoying it. A little bit of automotive noise, but otherwise not too bad. Just making a quick loop around the school where my wife used to go, and you can see the stadium there and other things. They got their lights on tonight. I guess they had, or they're going to have a game. I should have probably waited until my food settled, because it actually is making this a bit more difficult than it normally would be. But we're just going to do the circuit and come on back around. Boy, these lights are powerful. They're actually bounce lighting off of the pavement up under my hat. Anyway, that's pretty much what's going on today. A lot of interesting things have happened over the weekend. I don't know if I'm at liberty to talk about them or not, but when I get back to where I can talk a bit more freely, I may put that information up. I switch hands. These little things actually do have some significant weight to them. Now here's something neat. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, this school has its own water tower. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? I guess you'd have to be a disaster shelter or some other type thing. Just back in the days when I was going to school, your schools did serve as emergency shelters. I was probably around the latter part of the Cold War, and civil defense wasn't around. There was still civil defense information still circulating, but I don't know that schools were still being used as civil defense places at that particular time, but I know that schools still serve as community shelters in emergency situations. So, could be a reason, but ooh, smelled creosote strongly. That was weird. Anyway, so today I'm just taking advantage of their walk path and putting a little distance on my shoes. Like I said, I've been flabby and out of shape, and using this opportunity while I'm in town to take advantage of the walk paths. It really is a nice place. If I could afford the taxes, I probably would own a house out here. But on the income I have, I guess I just have to settle for a country abode. out in the middle of East Texas somewhere, which is what I basically have. But always do enjoy a trip back in. Always do. So it's just good to see the folks, and I've seen her grandparents. I'd like to go down and see mine before things get too late, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to be going straight back. We have a stop off in Spring because I've got to drop some things off. 1 minute. Switching hands. Have all this stuff I have to carry and juggle. But, you know, it's always nice to come back into town. One of the things you can't get out in the middle of East Bumblefuck is good sushi. There's nobody knows how to make it. You either have to go to Atlanta or you have to come to Houston to get decent stuff like that. Yeah, nobody over there around Kirbyville or Jasper knows how to make that stuff worth a darn. I think there's only one real Chinese restaurant left, and no sushi house anywhere. And the stuff they serve at that Chinese restaurant is not so great. But anyway, it's getting a little too dark to record, so I'm hoping I'll come across some light here pretty soon. It looks like I might have to take a shortcut. I don't think this is going to loop around to where I thought it was, but we'll see. It's actually a pretty big perimeter. This is only the second time I've ever walked it. But anyway, just thought I would post this up, let y'all know what's going on. And the things that I'm not at liberty to talk about at the moment, I will speak of in my next video. I have to decide what is safe to speak about and what is not safe to speak about as far as it reflects family politics and other things. But look at that. I don't know if you can see that. That is a neat cloud formation up there. I'm actually surprised the camera can catch it. So, I guess this old eye camera is still useful for something. But it looks almost like we're gonna get rain again. It's I don't know. Quite a bit of cumulus there. It's got a flat bottom on it. I don't know if it's going to drop any rain. But anyway, I basically had nothing better to do. I'm going to sit down here for a minute. Oh! Hey, that path's way up in the air. I did not see that decline in height there. This way I can speak without running out of breath. Anyway, we're supposed to head back tomorrow evening sometime. Getting a little sweaty out here. Brought my refreshment. But I think this path goes on around and goes back to the main street, so I should be able to just find my way out. But nice place. I waited a little late to get started, but it kind of works out. Sometimes I like walking with the other members in my family, in my extended family, and sometimes you just want to walk alone. And let's just say things aren't exactly fun when I come down here sometimes. And this weekend, and the weekend last month when I was down were not exactly fun times. So I'd much rather be back up in Jasper right now tending to things. You know, just 5 acres of land with every manner of thing growing on it that while I'm here, I don't know what's becoming of our crops, but who knows. Anyway, I'll resume this recording when I get closer to the end of the trail and I have a little more light. It's good to see all of you, and hopefully if I make it back in one piece, this video will go up. Take care. Okay, got my breath back. I believe I was walking too fast and too soon after eating, so I had to sit and catch my breath for a bit. But we are back on the path. I am really hoping this comes out where I started. This is a long way around. I think this just makes a square around. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, sometimes these weekends, these once a month visits, they're not very fun. Things are going on, and I have to decide what I'm going to tell all of you and what I'm not going to, because I don't want to cause a problem for the family, and I don't want to cause a problem for myself. Let's just say we're dealing with the elderly here, and sometimes the elderly are a bit of a pain to deal with. I think I'm going to have to take a shortcut. This is going way too far that way. I don't know if this makes a loop, so I'm going to cross here, and I might step in a hole, so I'm hoping this goes down to the road we came in on, because it's a long way that way otherwise. I don't know if I have enough memory on this device to make a full-length recording of all of this, so I'm going to pause the video and I will resume when I am back in familiar territory. Okay, it looks like I'm on the right path all the way back. You can see it's getting pretty dark. I don't know what the safety factor is in walking out here during this particular time. I don't know what the crime rates are here, and I'm only mentally equipped, so got a few things that'll work as protection, but yeah, strange person in a new land's kind of how it feels walking out like this. But I do see the street ahead, so we'll at least get back into a place where most people can see us. I only get this anxious when I come back to the city. I had a lot of bad things happen to me and mine out here. Not in this particular area, but it just pays to be careful. It looks like we're back on our road, or at least a road leading to our road, so when we get around this corner, we make it home. I kind of know where I am. I've been keeping the landmarks in sight. Oh. There's a lot of things I don't recognize here, but this is how you learn where things are, is to get out and walk. Yeah, it's a nice place. I will say that much. Let's see if I can't cut across and shave some time off. But it might be better for safety's sake. Maybe I'll stick along the road. As I do not know the lay of all of this stuff. It's weird, you know, where I live, I know the lay of the land pretty well. I can be anywhere back up in there and find my way out, but things are a little tricky here. So I started way the heck over there and ended up way over here. So, but I'll get these clips stitched together when we get home, and we'll pop it on YouTube. Seem to have come out near a business. So I'm hoping that there's an intersecting road. This might be it here, actually, I think. Yeah, I think it is. I think this takes us on back to the house. I'll tell you one thing that's different here compared to Jasper. The humidity is much, much higher. So, but it looks like this is going to loop around. So I might get lucky and find my street here. Some more lights. Wow, they got tennis courts out here. Had no idea. Pretty crazy. You know, you go to visit somebody and never take advantage of the facilities, you never know exactly what exists. Huh. I just hope I'm going the right way. I think I am. Okay, I'm starting to recognize things now. Yeah, it just makes a loop. I wish you guys could see it. I'll turn the camera. Maybe it'll catch it, maybe it won't. Look at that cloud over there and that pillar of light going up to the top of it. Yeah, 480p. Isn't going to catch it too well. But we do have a very low ceiling tonight. The clouds are very, very low, which means if they bunch up, we might get a little rain. But I am nearly back. Looks like I've got about a quarter mile to go. It's a very interesting place after the sun goes down. The air feels almost ocean-like, the level of moisture. This is going to be one heck of a YouTube upload. I may have to take this stuff out of my device and stitch it together in the computer, because I don't know if the iPhone is going to have enough memory for the operation. We're almost to where we started. It's let me see if I can get it on the camera. It's just down there, probably about a eighth of a mile left to walk. And where the camera cannot see, I actually can see quite well in this light. This is when I prefer to be out, because this is when my eyes actually work how they're supposed to work. It's one of the pitfalls of albinism. You have to do all your stuff in low light if you don't want any pain, which kind of makes you a bit of an outcast to other people, but you have to do as you're designed. Yeah, judging by the landmarks, I'm almost there. Should be just up past this lot, and then I should be to the street. But that's about it for now. I will stop the video, and I will catch up with y'all when I get to the next waypoint. Well, I'm back. apparently my trip took me way the heck out of my way. I think I may have covered about 3 miles, thinking it was only maybe 1.5. It took me way on down there, almost to the highway. It took me, this is the originating point where I'm standing now. It took me a good 30 minutes to make it back here, walking in a loop. Apparently I made a huge loop. And I'm back here at Shanghai now. I'm going to be heading on home. But man, what a walk. What a walk. Anyway, I guess I'll go and stitch this information together and send it up, and I'll decide what I'm going to put in this video. And everyone out there, take care, and thanks for coming along.